Alex Navarro.
Vinny Caravella.
This is J.U.L.I.A Among the Stars. What do you think so far?
I'm kind of transfixed on this ship, just very slowly drifting into frame.
Kind of rad, right?
Yeah, it's kind of peaceful to look at.
Yeah, it's got that like homeworldy vibe of just.
It's like staring at like a waterfall in a peace garden or something, man. It's just kind of cooling me out.
Well, let's. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna start a new game.
No, don't touch it.
This is J.U.L.I.A Among the Stars, Alex. It's $20 on Steam. Have it run in the background for all eternity.
I don't care about the game. I just want to watch this.
Okay. Somewhere somebody's playing a space sax in a smoky room.
That is kind of what that sounds like. Okay, now we can play the game. I've had enough. All right.
They call me J.U.L.I.A.
I'm sufficiently cooled out now.
I don't know what happens at the end of this. Okay, just fades out. Does it just come back? Oh, we should have gone out before that. Now it ruined it for me.
All right. Well, you can't go back to the game now because I need to watch this happen again. No, it's fine. Go ahead.
I've got some saves for later on, but let's just start at the beginning here.
All right.
Because I kind of liked their little open, and it is a puzzle game. So if I show, the more I show, the less people at home will be able to enjoy it. It's kind of a point-and-click adventure game, puzzle game, but it's got a great presentation.
Okay.
A really great wrapper on the whole thing. Like, it's... I don't want to say it's too far away from one of those, like, pixel hunt kind of games.
This seems dangerous, what they are doing here.
Yeah, you will definitely don't drive your Zen spaceship into a asteroid.
What computer would have even allowed this to happen?
Cryogenic chamber operation.
This is all really sharp. Like,
I know.
Oh, and then the person showed up. Is she J.U.L.I.A?
No.
Who is J.U.L.I.A?
J.U.L.I.A is...
Thank you for arriving so quickly, Rachel. I know you may be...
Is that J.U.L.I.A?
That, I think, is J.U.L.I.A.
The robot lady?
What's going on? And where is everybody?
The probe has been hit by a meteor storm. Several core systems have malfunctioned, and the probe is in danger of catastrophic failure. You must repair these systems immediately.
This is getting better every second.
She's
You know that
snarky.
I'm an astrobiologist and not a systems engineer, right?
The vast majority of...
Why would you send a ship into space if you didn't have, like, repair modules available to just do this?
The life support sector is broken.
Also, why wouldn't you just put an engineer on the ship
To
then?
reduce hazardous
So-
conditions, you won't be able
Sorry,
to
I'm not trying to be
Yeah.
like tear this down right from the get-go.
You actually find out why.
Thank you,
yeah.
Rachel. And
Okay,
by
well
the
then
way,
I'm placated.
call me J.U.L.I.A. It's much better than calling me computer, don't you think? Let me switch to a situation overview.
Don't do that, J.U.L.I.A.
Damn.
I don't know,
This looks
J.U.L.I.A.
pretty
Just
serious.
calling you by a name doesn't really change the fact that your mouth doesn't move when you
So
talk.
what do you need me to do?
Just click on any red
Thinks it
area
to you,
on the
man.
map.
So this is a real, this is going to be a real short little puzzle.
Okay.
Actually, give me 1 second here. I'm going to come in here. It sounds like that audio's clipping a little bit, so I'm going to bring it down.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay, J.U.L.I.A. So
There
this
are 3 conditions we need to eliminate.
this puzzle here is real dumb.
Electricity, fire, and...
Well, it's the first puzzle, so it should be a little bit
Yeah.
So I can
easy.
use sprinklers to put out the fire, ventilators to get rid of the gas,
Right.
and
It's
circulators
like-
to turn off the electricity, right?
So if it's got gas in it, you're going to have to just do this process in all of these
Right,
rooms.
right.
Is fixed.
Right.
And don't use ventilators on the flames, or the fire will spread uncontrollably.
You should definitely ventilate all
Right.
the fires then.
Situation while I'm fixing this.
So you can find which breaker doesn't have the electricity going off, and then once you do that, you basically
ZN
put the fire out,
125
and then you can vent the room.
As of now, we're orbiting an unknown planet in the
So-
solar system of NGC 9725.
That out.
Everyone else is down on the planet. However, my contact
So
with
far, so
the
good.
crew was severed, so I cannot
just as
reach
has,
them anymore.
Why was I left behind?
You have been kept in the cryo chamber.
You know, and they kind of just put this dumb puzzle going while they do their exposition, which, you know, okay.
That we're in orbit and the crew left.
Give me something to do while you know.
My
Yeah.
memory blocks have been damaged, Rachel. I am not able to tell you much more.
Oh joy. I'm stuck somewhere in space with an amnesiac computer.
Isn't that always the way?
It's a real shitty thing to do to
Finish these repairs.
your crewmate is leave her on the ship and then steer it into a goddamn asteroid field. Like that's kind of a real good goof, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Got me. It's the like space equivalent of like, yo, get in, and then driving away
Yeah.
a little bit. All right, let's just.
So are you
keep
just
doing
using this? Are you just hitting like the same?
Well, I mean, the real thing here is this even have gas? No, we're good. No gas. You're just looking for the breaker that isn't fried, right? So
Right.
eventually I turn it off, and then you just gotta make sure the system's half power.
And if there's no breaker
Oh,
that's
was
doing that.
unnecessary. Yes, if there's no breaker, then there's probably gas in the room, but you gotta get power to it, right? So
Yeah.
as long as they have power, make sure the fire's gone. Like I said, this one's kind of dumb. There's no gas in there. All right, this one's got all
I've
sorts
got
of
all
problems,
sorts of bad things happening.
but we're good. And we're good. And when I was playing this, I was like, oh boy, this really is just like a photo hunt game. This is
Yeah.
not gonna be very engaging, but it gets.
There was no
there was no
anything
fire, yeah.
there. So
Nope. I farted in there. Just want to vent that one out.
just do not go in there.
Just-
do not go in there.
This is why they left me here. Okay.
Chronic gas.
Let me. All right, that's not the one. That's
That's
the
your one.
Nope, no, we don't need
No,
that.
they're fine.
Okay. Oh, tons of stuff going on here. Okay, I got fire.
Then you got a vent.
We got vents.
You only got one more room after this.
Okay, and nope, nope. That's the
There you
one.
go. I think it's fixed.
I fixed it.
Great job, Rachel.
Nice
Oh,
work.
Rachel, great
Now
job.
switch us back to
Nice work,
default
non-engineer.
controls.
So,
Finish the automated repairs as well.
So now you want me to go down there, right?
No, that could be too hazardous, because we still do not know what happened to
I'm
the
sure they're
crew.
fine.
Yeah,
Use
there's nothing
robot.
insidious that could possibly be going
They're
on.
probably having a party and didn't
Yeah.
invite me.
Practically any environment you can think of.
We're gonna get down there and it'll be full of party hats and streamers. They're
Yeah.
all gonna yell surprise, and they'll all have a good laugh
Yo,
about it.
Mobot's here.
On
Yeah.
the planet view and commence the landing procedure.
Okay, so we're gonna go to our planet view, and we're gonna go land Mobot.
That planet is rotating very quickly.
Oh, you know, they speed it up. Who's got this kind of time? I
Yeah.
got little Simon Says in the corner. So we take an analysis of the planet. You can read it if you want, but we're just gonna send our Mobot. I like Mobot when he suits up here.
Sup, Mobot?
He's like, yo, check out this dope hat, my Mobot hat. And then Mobot takes off. Like the presentation, I think
Yeah.
is great.
I mean, it's not like the best CG in the world, but it's got
some job done.
it's got personality to
Yeah.
it, which it is really easy to make sci-fi with zero
I still
personality.
believe it. I'm finally seeing the surface of a distant planet up close. I've been waiting for this moment for such a long time.
This planet is Xenophone. I'll try to obtain some data about it from my backup database. Hopefully that one wasn't erased.
Yeah, let's fingers crossed.
But my sensory reading suggests that this planet
Man,
is
all the robots got
by
personalities.
an amount of radiation.
This is strange. This planet was thought to be one of the primary targets for
I'm gonna say that I'm a little ways past this.
Does that mean the whole mission was
I
senseless?
don't trust Julia.
To estimate the
You think
cause,
Julia might be up to some shit?
Yeah.
What about Mobot?
Mobot's
His motives pure?
Yes.
Okay.
500 years ago by a huge explosion. This explosion seemed to be hundreds of thousands of times more powerful than the most powerful nuclear bomb.
I like that that's still the reference, you know, on Earth.
The
Not
planet
like some
obviously
crazy,
never recovered from
let's just
this
say quark
unnatural
bomb.
catastrophe.
It's still a nuke.
Julia, what's this thing down there? On
Well,
the
she's
map?
never been to another planet, so I have to imagine that interplanetary
think it's
discovery
well
is still in
worth exploring.
fairly infant
Hmm.
stages here.
Activating Mobot's exploration mode.
Why doesn't Mobot get like a nice human name?
Mo?
Why's he got it? Yeah, well, let's call him Mo.
Okay. Let's begin touchdown.
No, because then I start thinking about like Mo from The Simpsons, and that just makes me think Mobot is like just crucially depressed.
I think you'll find Mobot has some issues.
Oh no!
He's all right.
I like Mobot.
So this was the window when I was like, oh no, this is one of those pixel hunt games.
Yeah.
Like Rachel and he's gonna have some kind of weird romantic love affair. But no, it's actually not. It's okay.
Served to transport crew members in and out of the station. Commentary. I don't need it myself.
So Mobot don't need that.
It does definitely look like you're staring at a matte painting.
Right. But like, we'll go examine this
Obviously,
stuff.
they never had time to deploy the site properly. What the hell happened here?
It is like more of an adventure game than
Right.
some of those other
Some objects
pixel
are
hunt
half
games.
buried
Photo
in the
hunt?
dust.
I guess that's what people call
Can you
it.
be more specific?
I think they were once solar panels.
It's gonna be really fucked up when you find out this is just an adaptation of Congo and they've been attacked by space gorillas.
Buried
Oh, man.
In the dust.
Can you be more
played this?
specific?
I think they
It's actually a
were
space
once
adaptation of
solar panels.
Anaconda.
Oh jeez.
So we've got the...
Mobot is the Ice Cube
Are
character.
Buried in the.
Can you be more specific?
I think they were
Okay, sorry, I missed what he said there. Yes. Can we not,
some.
Can you be more specific?
I think
I thought we
No,
can
we get
dig-
it.
I
They're-
thought we
they're
can
all-
dig these out.
Apparently not yet.
observation. This
Oh, really? What a clever machine you are, Mobot.
A little early for the sarcasm.
Yeah, thanks. There is actually this. This is nice too. So like, hey, here's everything you can interact with.
Oh yeah. All right. So there's a thing to your left there. That rock.
I forget exactly.
this catwalk was
Another
I'm gonna
thing
skip
which
through
the
some
crew
of this.
never bothered to use properly.
'Cause I think we can't get inside until.
We were supposed to use it to bring samples directly. I wonder what the crew.
It was never used because it's still sealed.
Let's see if we can just go inside. Mobot. I have that sound effect. It's also powering up your Ghostbuster backpack.
Oh yeah. I knew I recognized that. Switch me on.
What you're saying is these have never been tested
The
before.
Saying that Mobot has an unlicensed nuclear accelerator strapped to his
They're
back.
powered by solar panels. We should try searching for them outside.
Okay, so maybe that's what I had to
Good
do
idea,
first.
Rachel. We won't be able to enter the station without power anyway.
Yeah, I examined the darkness. You got a mission log. Let's go back outside. The buried soul.
Oh, no more Mobot powering up animations.
This looks like a part of the solar panels
Damn.
device.
Okay, I got a little ahead of myself. Okay, and
I think I've uncovered all of the solar
thanks,
panels.
Mobot.
They look broken, though.
The panels are not broken, they are just overturned. I will, however, require assistance. with
Again,
their
some of these
calibration.
puzzles
Them back to
super
their
easy, which I
default
appreciate.
positions.
You know, sometimes I just want to go through this stuff and get the story, which actually the story is pretty good in this so far. But
What way would you say the story is leaning? Is it a little bit more straight sci-fi? Is it sci-fi horror?
It's
Sci-fi
sci-fi-
mystery?
it's sci-fi. It's dark.
Okay, so it does get dark.
Yeah.
Sun.
You know, and like I like these little cutscenes. I mean, again, like you said, CG's not gonna put Blizzard out of business.
No.
But I'm okay. So let's get inside here. There's a lot of other stuff you can kind of look around for flavor out here. But let's get this party
Observation.
started.
This piece of cloth once belonged to someone's uniform.
And
I
now
can see
it is
dark
covered in
stains
blood.
which resemble dried blood.
Oh man, I was
Sample,
kidding.
please.
So you can later on you can upgrade Mobot. Actually, if I load my save from later, he has a mobile examination room, so you don't have to We'll have to find one.
Gotcha.
The door is locked.
Bummer. I don't have that ID card.
It's true. Is it maybe in that? It's not in that uniform that you found, is it?
I don't think so.
I need decontamination.
I think it's under this.
This metal plate looks as if.
So I'm just going to
Observation.
skip some of
It
it.
seems
Look under.
there is some sort of ID
at
card
that.
stuck under the plate.
Can you get it?
Nope. We're stuck here. Go home.
Bingo! It's our ticket into the station.
It's just
So wait, is she inside Mobot now?
No, she's controlling Mobot with Julia up in the.
Okay, so they're still in the ship.
Yeah.
Mobot is just is you're on the ground.
Yes.
He's your boots on the ground.
Yes.
Okay.
Is anybody home?
Well, no. Well, let's just take a look. Oh, sorry. That's back this way. Oh, yeah.
Is he dead?
No, I think he's okay.
Anything could
Not
still
only
be
is he
wrong.
dead, he's been dead for some time.
Remember, the station power was off. This planet is plagued with extremely strong radiation, and all the life support functions, such as oxygen, were turned off.
Yeah, I understand. But still, he doesn't exactly look fresh. Julia, how long has it been since contact disappeared?
Would you like me to recalculate the time span in Earth years?
Yes.
It would have been approximately
So-
60 Earth years.
Oh.
It starts getting pretty, it's like
Let
interesting.
me sleep for 60 years.
Your perception of time means very little
Like
to me.
Wow.
double middle fingers for Julia, right?
Wow.
Then nobody could have survived. I need to find out what happened. Why did they choose to stay here with such insane levels of radiation?
Like, the story started getting pretty interesting. Like,
Yeah.
I'm somebody who kind of enjoyed Pandorum, and like
I was just thinking of Pandorum as far as, you know, space sleep gone horribly wrong
Yeah.
type movies go.
and I started getting that vibe.
Could definitely stand to use a little more Dennis Quaid though.
Everything.
Yeah.
All right, got
More
some
Quaid in
body
all
samples.
things.
Hey, there he is right here. He didn't make it.
Observation. There is an item in his pocket. Let me recover it.
Okay, got his ID card. We can then use.
This work desk once served.
Oh, it's broken. I thought there was a computer here. Okay, we can then basically log into their space email account,
That guy's dead.
and you know, we can start talking or reading their emails, piecing stuff together. And you actually do have to read all this stuff. So there will be things in here. It'll usually trigger a note like this when you've hit
Thank
the.
God that emoticons will still be a key point of communication in the far-flung future.
Yes.
I was really worried we would lose that.
No, we'll be okay because I'm the one who actually pushes it forward. I actually don't use I avoid all emoticons, and sometimes they seem like they would be really useful, but
Sometimes I just like a good smiley face, you know?
try to avoid them when I can. Sometimes I'm not sure what a message.
Sometimes I don't have the right words.
I don't know what a client's gonna do to my emoticon. I just want it to be. Maybe they'll turn into an emoji. Anyway, so we got a password, Xander 756 for
It's not a very good password.
his data pad.
His name is Alexander.
Well, some of the, and you can look through his awesome images. Took those with the cell phone. Log out of him.
What's up with Andrew Lark?
This guy.
I am also dead.
You go through his messages.
Barth Krylov is...
Aw,
What's up, Barth?
he's not here anymore either. Old Cynthia. Bad
Why
stuff.
she gotta be
happened
old
down
Cynthia?
Here. Well, she's not old Cynthia. She's actually pretty young Cynthia. But Cynthia. Here's a bit of spoiler stuff. People started dying, and they went on like a hunt for the culprit, but it wasn't anybody. But they just wound up. It's almost like the.
Somehow they all end up dead regardless.
Was it the Thing?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's kind of some of that started happening. I think this door's just broken.
The door is.
But I think I can use. Yeah. So we can head into the man's room. Check out this body.
This is terrible.
The corpse is a human male. I
Aren't
will
nearly enough
estimate
beer
his age
cans
to
in
be
this
approximately
men's quarters to be accurate.
Observation. He has been shot in the head while sleeping.
Damn.
Commentary. This must have been done by either a mentally unstable or desperate person.
You're a good forensics.
I don't see why it can't be natural causes.
I slept on my gun.
I slept on this bullet and it entered my brain. Whoops.
Do you remember what it was? So
Xander 756.
good for you, because you do have to remember 756.
Yeah.
You do have to remember this stuff. Later on, oh,
That's strange.
XANDER.
Maybe I need to look around for more clues.
so I know a hint,
Okay.
and it is that later on you'll find that Xander, what was it, 756? I think he increments it by 1. Yeah. And you find a note that's like, hey, somebody tried to get in, every month or whatever, or every day I increment my password by 1. And if you put the timestamps together, you wind up getting it. So you wind up
They're gonna have two-step verification in the future. Like,
you
come
gotta
on.
find his cell phone, and you gotta basically, hey, did you receive a code? So you will get
014563.
Yep. So that stuff will be in your mission log.
That's good,
So
because I would definitely forget all of that.
Yeah, mission data, I think it is. Yeah, so you can find it, but it doesn't come up when you're actually entering the codes in. But you do kind of find this. Sorry, I'm just looking for my way out of here. There's other stuff on the ground there, but I'm just going to get to the lab, which is this way. And do you remember what it was?
0145. I can't remember the last couple of numbers.
Denied!
But it's in your log, so.
Yeah. 0145.
I was right up to that point.
014563. 014563. Let's get to the lab. And we can go in, and this is actually cute. It's the credits.
Aw.
Yeah.
I always appreciate when game developers find a good place to kind of throw their credits in somewhere.
Yeah, like maybe it's something that takes you out of it a little bit, but you know, I think it's cute.
Yeah, I think so too.
Here's another work computer. We don't actually need this right now, but let's get out of here. Here's a map of the installation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's like kind of dense. Let's go to the analytics station. And you can kind of drag all this stuff on and then start performing analyses.
Just press the analysis button.
Yeah, and then you kind of just... A lot of it's flavor text, but some of it will be relevant.
All right, so that's splatter area.
Oops. Laser gun.
Analysis. This is a gun.
It's a gun. Don't pull the trigger. So you get this, and you get this. So later on, there's it's kind of an interesting little mechanic. I'll just pop out of here.
Yeah.
I don't think I have it yet. Oh, maybe I can access this. So it's not filled in yet, the Mind-O-Matic, but it'll have a timeline of events, and you'll get like keywords here, and you'll have to piece together what happened in this installation. But it's not relevant actually it's not an objective. It's just kind of for you.
Huh.
So you can just be like, oh, they landed, this person died, and you kind of just put it together. It's really interesting, actually.
Well, do you want to skip ahead to your other save? And
Yeah, I'll jump into my other save, and this is a good data
Wait
pad.
a minute. There is a custom nano SD card inserted.
Let's remove and analyze.
So I'll just show this little thing because I thought it was...
In 10 years, this is going to be the equivalent of like a zip disk reference. Like, it's not going to play.
Let's analyze it. Because this is it's a hacker.
This is perfect. Now I can try breaking into weakly protected data.
Always have a good password. Oops, I keep hitting escape there. So when we put this into this, I thought this was kind of clever. Drop it in, and now you have like chances to stumble on as I hit keys, stumble on the right thing. And if you know whose pad it is, you can kind of, Cynthia Cleveland's, you can kind of start hacking your way into it.
Yeah.
I forget what her password is.
Wildflower.
It is in fact Wildflower. So I thought that's kind of cool.
Hi, Cynthia.
Hi, and yeah, poor Cynthia. They basically
Barth is involved.
they offed her. So let's bop out. I'll hit back to the main menu.
Okay.
We'll load a game. So let's go to my auto.
I see you've got some other planets here that you've visited.
Yes, so let's go to Ambrosia. So it started getting kind of weird. I met aliens, like alien life forms. So you track.
You could talk to them?
Kinda.
Okay.
Yeah, like Mobot starts doing like this weird, really dumb puzzle that is a language analysis, but like you're backtracking all these planets
That they would have visited before.
that they would have visited to try and piece the story together.
Obviously, nothing could survive. I wonder what really happened here.
And I kind of started getting into it.
Attention, I've detected that creature in my proximity again.
He's really gross. Please help.
Yeah, there he is.
Oh, there's our space gorilla that I was talking about.
Yeah, totally. That's yeah. So
Only it talks.
How do you mean?
Oh, that's a real bummer.
well, so basically, you find out, and again, some spoiler stuff, you find out that the expedition came here and just opened up on these guys. Just like they encountered these life forms and just unloaded on them.
Why?
Have done it. Moreover, this substance would be deadly for our probe as well.
And so they actually have a temple with a laser gun on top of it that's like, we're worshiping you, everything's cool now, don't kill us again. Gods.
Wow.
Yeah. It's kind of intense.
Yeah, you know, that's humanity for you. If you don't understand it, just kill it.
But, you know, maybe we could piece together at some point. Yeah, there it is. Their temple with the laser gun.
It's my favorite part.
So I don't.
Legend of the Hidden Temple.
I have not solved this puzzle yet. This has some real like Nick Arcade looking stuff.
Yeah.
On it. But yeah, so I don't want to show too much because it is a adventure game, puzzle game that would be spoiled by me going through everything.
Right.
But this totally different, weird part of the game, like no longer in the ship.
Please examine the swirling hole.
I am unable to tell you more about this strange energy.
And now Mobot has his portable analysis chamber. And you actually have to build these. So let me see if I can jump back to the ship. So when you're in the ship, check this out. So you can go to the solar system, and you can actually pick these planets to travel to and explore if you want.
Now, have you only explored this one solar system?
I've explored, this solar system, yeah, but I've only explored, like, that's the planet we started on.
But so basically you're working your way through this one system?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can warp here and, like, kind of Mass Effect style, be like, is this planet, can I go down on it? And I assume there's probably at least one planet in everything that you can go down on. But they'll do an analysis on it and tell you if you can land on it. And it is landable. Like this one probably will not be, I suspect.
I just want to know, I purposely let that planet you can go down on bit hang in the air there.
Thanks. Whew! Dodged that one.
Yeah.
Mobot's got his upgrade stuff, like I said. I can find more upgrades and stuff for it. I found some plans before. I don't have any more. I built them. And I'll load up one more save just for a different puzzle, and then I'll call it. So I think this is really cool.
Yeah,
like,
it's like story-wise, it seems really interesting.
And like when they opened up this like solar system thing and being able to go to these different planets, you know, I thought, you know what? It's a puzzle that's like one of those pipe puzzles. You gotta put all the pieces together.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. But instead of doing that, let's just see what happens. I've never landed on this planet. Let's
do
end
it
on here.
Let's just see what happens.
And land on here. Because I
So
find
this is the moon of this planet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
It's very cold in here. Or out here.
It's snowing.
It's always
I
cold out
remember
there.
snow.
Put your booties on.
Back on Earth, but that was ages ago. I wonder if it's still snowing there.
Are you all right, Rachel?
Everyone I ever knew is dead, and this is how it feels.
No, I'm cool.
But you might return.
I'm fine.
If we track down the expedition, you might find a way back to Earth.
And then what? Even if Earth somehow survived and didn't meet the same fate as Xenophon, what difference will that make to me?
So there's no, is it ever established that there's no way for her to communicate with Earth or
Yeah,
any...
she's really far. They're all like way out there.
Okay.
I may be a curious oddity for a while, but then they'll just forget about me altogether. I guess I don't have a home anymore.
I think we need to stay focused.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, Rachel.
Member of the expedition.
Mobot, give her another.
Julia
Started.
ain't having none of this.
Plenty of time.
None of this
Mobot.
pity party over here for
Give her
Rachel.
another injection.
Yeah.
I feel great now. So yeah, I don't know. I actually really want to finish this and go through it and figure out what happened.
A part of this glacier probably fell down on the station, causing this destruction. That impact probably caused the ground to crack and revealed this enormous crevice.
So what happened when I finished that other base was they kept referring to the really messed up events that happened on that other load, that planet.
Oh,
from that
okay.
other load.
Right.
So that's why I went there. They were like, "Oh man, you're never gonna live that one down." Like,
Yeah.
what happened on there? And then apparently also there was some talk of like why Rachel was left up on the ship, like something happened with her or something weird.
But it's still vague, at least as far as you've gone.
Yeah. So I don't have all that information, and here you can kind of see the objectives I have for the different planets.
Go back to the Mind Nomadic. I want to see what you
okay.
can do then.
So this is one of the ones. Well, this will be really spoilery.
Okay.
So if you want to figure this out from yourself, just don't look at this. Sorry.
That's okay. I mean, you can leave it now if you want. I just wanted to kind of see what it looked like.
So this is what I put together. Crew landed on Xenophon. The probe stopped responding. Then this girl Lead died from radiation poisoning. Then this other guy died from radiation poisoning. Then Barth killed Cynthia because
fucking Barth,
because he thought that she was poisoning people. And then Barth made a Geiger counter and discovered there's like everybody's dying from radiation because they couldn't contact the ship.
Right.
And so they were like, everything on my stuff says we're fine here. Why are people dying? Then Barth died from radiation poisoning. Then Andrew Lark shot this guy, and then committed suicide.
It's like Clue. You got to figure out like who killed whom, where, with what.
And you kind of, and again, I don't think this has anything to do with an objective. This is kind of, maybe it'll help later on putting more stuff together. But I found it to be kind of cool. Like, as you're like, oh yeah, okay, this happened, this happened, this happened.
I wish it wasn't named like something that Ron Popeil would be selling me on late night television, but...
You also find a chicken and then you stick it in here and it's delicious rotisserie. It's just fantastic. I think...
Is your mind cluttered? Do you need to clean it up?
But Ron, how can I possibly do this for only $20?
Let me tell you about the Mind-O-Matic.
I think this game is pretty cool. I guess it was a PC game and there's like an HD version now available on Steam. Like when you boot it up, it's like HD version or regular version.
Right.
And when I say PC game, I meant outside of Steam. Obviously, it's a PC game.
Right, it was something that was released outside of the Steam marketplace.
I think from the very little I kind of looked into it once I started being like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm into the story, and I mean, it's definitely a pixel honey kind of game, but it doesn't seem like it's bad.
And it gets around some of that with the like, hey, just click this magnifying glass and you can see everything that you need to see.
Right. So I mean, have you ever gotten stuck?
I get stuck. I don't think so. There's a little bit of just having to remember stuff like those codes. I think I looked up something because I wasn't exactly sure very early on, like what the game wanted from me.
Right.
It's like adventure games. Sometimes you just have to figure out what they're thinking,
like what their language for solving stuff is.
And then once you figure that out, this is that thing I was talking about where you just have to complete the circuit. They give you a circuit diagram. These are the main components. And then you have to figure out a way to connect them all. So it actually winds up being. These are a bit tricky.
This is giving me an aneurysm just looking at it.
It's not terribly complicated, but it does get a bit tricky.
Right.
But they're also kind of interesting in weird ways. So you basically, as long as all these main components are connected somehow, you complete the circuit. It's not going to look like this because you don't have enough pieces. You just have to make sure that those components are connected. Like, I can turn this one. That's the same thing as this whole. Well, that's actually not true because it's got a T there. I'll put this here. So that's similar to that, right?
Gotcha.
As long as they're all connected, it just winds up being a thing of like, how do you do it with limited pieces? It's interesting. This is how you get those upgrades for Mobot and stuff like that, and kind of progress in some of that system. Anyway, that's J.U.L.I.A. $20 on Steam. I think it's pretty rad.
Right on. Thank you, Vinny.
Thank you.